You're entering IFFI Audiobooks. We're about to take you on a peaceful journey through stories. Today I have brought a unique crime story for you. It contains a true story, but the names of the characters have been changed. This story is a bit strange because the police are not able to catch the murderer of the crime story for 15 years, and after such a long time has passed, the murderer has also forgotten almost everything. It happens, but after 15 years when the police catch him, he gets completely surprised and asks, "Just tell me how you found me." Let us know how the police found him after 15 years. So let me start the story. If you also like crime, suspense and mystery stories, then do subscribe to my channel. Let's start the story. The crime took place in Ahmedabad, India. The day was February 14th, 2003, meaning it was Valentine's Day here. There used to be two husband and wife. Husband's name was Arush and wife's name was Sanjana. Both of them got married about 3 months ago, in December 2002. Sanjana was an executive officer in a bank in Ahmedabad and Arush was in a school in Ahmedabad. PT worked as a teacher and was also a volleyball coach. The marriage of Sanjana and Arush was an arranged marriage. Both their families were residents of Kerala, but later due to job and work, Sanjana's family shifted to Ahmedabad. Arush's brother also used to work in Ahmedabad, hence Arush also started living with his brother in Ahmedabad and started working as a volleyball coach in a school here. Both their families were from Kerala, most of their relatives were also from Kerala, so those same relatives. Due to this, the matter of their relationship was taken forward, after which their relationship gets finalized and then they get married. Before marriage, Arush used to live with his brother, but after marriage, now he has taken a flat in a high-rise building and started living in the same flat with Sanjana. After marriage, everything was fine between them and everything was going on normally because Arush was the volleyball coach of the school, and whenever the school match was held somewhere outside, he used to accompany the school team. Often, Arush had to go out. Whenever Arush went out of the house for 2-3 days, before leaving, he used to say one thing to Sanjana and her family members. He used to say that there are frequent robberies and thefts in this area, so that is why when I am not here, it is not right for Sanjana to stay alone, so she should go to her mother's house. Her family members were in Ahmedabad, a short distance away from Sanjana's house. Mother, father, sister, everyone were present, so whenever Arush went out for a volleyball match, so Sanjana used to go to her maternal house. Now come the day of February 5th, exactly 8 days before February 14th, 2003, on this day, Sanjana had gone to her maternal house and was returning home from her maternal house, but there was no petrol in her scooty, so Sanjana went to her maternal house. When I told my father, "Papa, I need some money to put petrol in the scooter," Sajani's father felt a little strange, and Sajani's father asked him whether everything is fine between you and Arush. Sajani became silent, but then she said that there is no such thing, everything is fine. Then Sanjana goes to her home. Then that day of February 14th comes. On this day Sanjana calls her mother at around 7:30 and is 10 to 15 minutes late to her elder sister. She hangs up the phone after talking till 2 hours. After 2 hours suddenly Arush calls at Sanjana's house. Arush cries on the phone and says that Sanjana's condition is very serious. "You all come to the hospital quickly, Sanjana." Without thinking anything, the family members run to the hospital. After reaching the hospital, they come to know that Sajani has died. Arush was sitting and crying like a child after the death of his wife. When the police comes, they come to know. It is said that Sanjana was strangled with her wife's dupatta. When the police searched the house thoroughly, they found household items scattered, and Arush told that jewelry was also missing from the house. Police thought it was a case of robbery. Crying in front of the policeman and Sajani's family, he says that I always told Sajani to be careful, after all the robbers killed my wife. Arush and Sajani were newly married, only 3 months have passed since the marriage. Arush was crying a lot. Sajani's family members were also feeling very sad seeing Arush's condition. Then, the next day on 15th, Sajani's post-mortem is done and Sanjana's last rites will be performed on the same day. Arush was very sad. During this, Arush's condition starts deteriorating, so he is admitted in the hospital. It is done, that is, only after the last rites of Sanjana, she is admitted to the hospital on 15th. On the other hand, the police is doing its investigation. It seems to be a case of robbery and theft, hence the police is making a list of the thieves and robbers of the locality so that whoever is behind this can be caught soon. Arush was admitted to the hospital on the evening of 15th, but the next day on the evening of 16th, the police gets a call from Arush's brother. Arush's brother tells the police that Arush is not in the hospital. The police get a little shocked after hearing that he is missing from the hospital, but the police were already a little suspicious of Arush, but the way Arush was crying had forced the police to think that this case was a big one. The news had spread in the media and then questions started being raised on the police that the police had left such a person free in the hospital on whom there was little suspicion. Now Sajani's family members also started pointing fingers at the policeman for being involved in this. There is negligence on the part of the police. Pressure started building on the police. Police now became active. To investigate, Arush's family members were also picked up. They were also kept in jail for a few days. The police felt that they too had a hand in this. But later they were released. A search was being carried out for Arush, but he was nowhere to be found. There was no trace of Arush even from his family members. Gradually time passed, but there was no trace of Arush. 3 years passed, Arush was still missing. No one knew where Arush was, whether he was alive or not, but Sanjana's family was still unable to forget their daughter and wanted to get justice for their daughter, so in 2006 he reached the Chief Minister of Gujarat regarding this case. At that time the Chief Minister of Gujarat was Narendra Modi. When the case reached Narendra Modi, then immediately a message was sent to the police from the Chief Minister's office. Take this case a little seriously, then this case. A special team was formed for this and a reward of 100,000 rupees was also kept for giving information about Arush. When the message came from the CM office, the special team was reinvestigating this case. It was clear in the post-mortem report of Sanjana. It was said that she was strangled to death, but no one came to her house that day. Inquiries from the neighborhood revealed that Arush and Sanjana did not get along well, and then it was also revealed that Arush had not even got married before marriage. He had an affair with a girl and wanted to marry her. The police found out about that girl and then reached that girl. When the police asked the girl about Arush, she said that on February 16, 2003 Sanjana's death. 2 days later he called me and on the call Arush said let's get married. By then I had received the news of Sanjana's death, so I told him that I will not marry a murderer. The girl's statement was absolutely true, so the police gave her clean sheet. Now this story comes to light that Arush killed his wife to marry his girlfriend, but now even his girlfriend is not with him. And if he had to marry his girlfriend, he could have refused for the arranged marriage, but he did the arranged marriage, and after 3 months he killed his wife and then talked about marrying his girlfriend. Now the matter was clear. Arush is the murderer, but Arush was still absconding. Gradually time passed, but nothing was known because the message had come from the CM office, so updates on this case were always taken in the police meetings, Arush's family members and relatives. Police were kept on phone surveillance, sometimes in civil dress, were deployed outside Arusha's houses so that if Arush ever came to meet his family, the police would catch him, but Arush was never found. Arusha's parents came back to Kerala. They had gone and started living there. Then in 2009, when Arusha's father died, the police also came to know that Arush had met his parents for the first time in Kerala after 2003, that is, in 2009. When he went to his parents got very scared because they knew that the police was still searching for him, and if anyone came to know about it, they would all be in trouble, after which Arush left from there. The very next day his father had a heart attack and died. After the police came to know about all these things, they again started searching for Arush, but again the police failed to find Arush. It became sluggish. In a way the case was closed, but every month this case was reviewed in the police meetings. This case was kept at the top of the cases in the meeting and updates were asked, but time passed, and in 2003, from 2016 itself, a new officer came, and when he again took update on this case, he came to know that the father has died, the mother lives in Madhya Pradesh and the brother lives in Ahmedabad. They are back at their homes. Police in civil dress were deployed outside to find out anything about Arush, but nothing could be found about Arush. Then the police asked Arush's girlfriend, who had refused to marry him by calling him a murderer, whether Arush had done anything in all these years. Ever remembered you, or did you know anything? Arush's girlfriend said that after I refused, she never called me, but then she gave a big clue to the police. She told that Arush or a face similar to him was found in Delhi Mall. Then a police team goes to that mall in Delhi and does a thorough investigation around it. They also check the CCTV. The police also come to know that at the same time, Arush's mother had also come to Delhi Mall. The police think that it is believed that perhaps Arush might have come to meet his mother, but even after a lot of investigation they do not find anything. But from all these things the police started believing that Arush is alive somewhere. Now the police becomes a little active and they find him. This speeds up the search speed a bit. The numbers of all Arush's relatives and friends who were associated with him are taken on the radar. The numbers of about 4,000 people are taken on the radar by the police. These are 4,000 numbers. From this you can understand that this time the police how active were the 4,000 numbers. The numbers of Arush's brother, girlfriend and mother were included. The police thought that if Arush is alive then he will definitely talk to his mother at some point of time. So the police searched the number of Arush's mother, but it came to know that all the people Arush's mother talks to are mostly her relatives. Her mother did not talk to any unknown number. Gradually some more time passed, and from 2016 to 2018, 15 years had passed since this case, but even today the police were engaged in updates. Understand that the police was adamant that they have to find him by any means. The police becomes active again, and this time first takes the brother's number on surveillance and all the people who had any conversation with the brother. She keeps an eye on everything. Soon the police realizes that Arush has no contact with his brother, but the police thinks that Arush will definitely contact his mother, or may have already done so, and we may have missed it because Arush he was also very close to his mother. So the police again took Arush's mother's number under surveillance and kept an eye on whomever his mother talked to and listened to them quietly, but to no avail. But once they called Arush's mother's number, a call comes from a landline number. The police used to cross-check every number, and this was the first time that his mother got a call from a landline number. When the police checked this number, they came to know that this number was from Oracle Customer Service Center in Bangalore. Now the members of the Ahmedabad crime team were a little surprised. After all, Arush's mother did not understand what Oracle Customer Care had to do with it. The police got suspicious that if Arush worked in this company, then this number was called. The police thinks of doing a thorough search. Immediately a team of crime branch from Ahmedabad leaves for Bangalore. This day was October 22, 2018. The crime branch team of Ahmedabad contacts the Bangalore team and tells them that they have got information about an employee of Oracle. Need information. Then the Bangalore team tells the HR team of Oracle that we need the list of all the employees working in your company. The police do not tell who they are looking for because this may alert the person whom the police has been searching for so many days. So the police just said that we need a list of all the employees of your place. This is our routine procedure. Then a list of employees working there comes to the police from the Oracle customer care officer, and the police starts checking that list. But in that list, the police saw a name which made their ears perk up, and that name was Rahul Arav. Seeing this, the police felt that somewhere in this name he had heard it before also, and then when he remembered it, he came to know that Arush's mother, among all the people she used to call, one name was Rahul Arav's wife Nisha's number was also with her mother, and she was Rahul and Nisha. He used to call both of them and often used to talk to both of them about his mother. Then when the police started investigating the horoscope of both Rahul and Nisha, they came to know that both of them were not on any social media nor were they posted anywhere. The police found it a bit strange that how can such a thing happen in today's times. Then it was also found out that Rahul and Nisha both have 2 children. The police doubted whether this Rahul is Arush because Rahul Arav is not even in the list of relatives, and both Rahul and Nisha often talk to Arush's mother. After all, what is their connection, and if Rahul is Arush, then how can it be further confirmed? Then the police has all the history of Arush, and there were records in it that when Arush was a volleyball coach, during a match in the school, one of his ring fingers was broken. All his fingers were straight, but that finger was a little crooked, so they thought that if we could help him once, if we shake hands, we will recognize those fingers. Then the very next day after the list of employees comes, the team from Ahmedabad along with the team from Bangalore reaches the Oracle customer care office. Then through the peon there, a message is sent inside that Rahul Arav is out. When 2 people have come to meet, Rahul comes out of the office. As soon as he comes out, the officers of the crime branch team extend their hands towards him and say, "Hello Arush." As soon as this name is heard, his condition gets worse because Arush has been here for the last 10 years. He was working for years and everyone knows him by the name of Rahul Arav, and he had forgotten this name for the last 15 years, but he extends his hand to shake hands, due to which the officers feel his finger and they know. It turns out that one of his fingers is crooked, and the expression on his face confirms that this person is not Rahul Arav but the same Rahul Arav whom we were looking for the last 15 years. After this the police tells him that now your game is over. Now let's go back, but the police thought that after all these 2 mother and sons used to talk, then why did they not come to know, and if he had not talked from the landline number then perhaps this secret would not have been revealed. Actually, Arush's mother had another number which was hers. The mother had taken the ID of a distant relative about whom the police had no information. Arush and his mother often used to talk from this number, but once Arush tried to talk to his mother several times, but when his mother's number is not dialed, he starts getting worried about his mother. Then later he calls his mother's other number from his office, about which the police knew, and this is where he commits the mistake. And the police reaches him. If Arush had not called from the landline, perhaps Arush's secret would have remained a secret. The police listen to Arush's story. Arush tells that he had to marry his girlfriend, so he did so, but his girlfriend, he refused to marry her. On 14th, he murdered his wife, and on 16th he went to Delhi, and for the next 8 to 10 days he worked in a call center there, but then he went to Pune from there and met Anya. He used to work at the same place. He told her that I am an orphan, I have no one in this world, and gradually he became friends with her. Friendship turned into love, and then both of them got married. Then both of them reached Bangalore in 2009 and there they worked as Oracle customer care. Both of them got a job and had 2 children. Anya only knew that his name was Rahul Arav and he had no one in the world, and Anya also did not know about his past exploits, but Arush used to talk to his mother. He also used to make Anya talk to his mother and say that she is his distant relative. He never told Anya that she is his mother. Now it is worth thinking that to get the girlfriend he killed his wife. He never got married to her and then married someone else. Despite being a family member, he had to spend his entire life like an orphan. Now the question came that how did Arush become Rahul Arav? Arush had a friend during his school time, whose name was Rahul Arav. After killing his wife, he had gone to his friend Rahul Arav's place for a few days and there he scanned all the documents of his friend Rahul Arav, driving license, voter ID, passport and with the same name he had created his identity, but that day he made a small mistake of calling his mother from a landline number, which cost him dearly. If he had not called that day, he would still be living as Rahul Arav, but Ahmedabad crime team is also amazing, which has been working on this case for 15 years and has finally revealed its secret. Arush is now in Sabarmati jail and has been punished for whatever he has done. This was today. Story of. If you also want to hear any story from me, then you can tell me in the comment. How did you like this story? Do tell me in the comment. See you very soon. Happy listening.